Hello, good morning, everyone. It's Jean with Captain Stitches. And of course, I am here for the morning chat with some mindless stitching and maybe a mindless me. Who knows? But good morning. Thank you for joining me, Danielle. And good morning, Polly. And good morning, Lori and Jean, Katie Crafts. Thank you all for joining me this morning. So great to see you. Good morning, Sarah. Welcome, everyone. And I'm in my rocking chair, so I hope my rocking doesn't make any of you dizzy because it's just an automatic reflex for me. But good morning. Thank you. I'm going to wait just a little bit because it's not quite 11 o'clock yet. Give everyone a chance to pop on. I think I said good morning to you, Lori and Polly, if I missed you. But let me see. Lori says that she is making a late breakfast while she watches. Well, I hope you're having something good. And it's so great to see you, Jean. Need to message you when I get off here. And Danielle, it was really great watching you yesterday, or was it the day before? I lose track so quickly. But it was great watching you with your first live video. For those of you that haven't checked out Danielle's Stitchery's new YouTube channel, go and check that out. She does some wonderful things with sewing. She was making a kitten out of fuzzy socks the other morning. Really interesting, and did a great job. Good morning, Donna in Canada. It is great to see you this morning. Welcome. So, as you know, until I finish this hand, I am working on this traced hand mindless slow stitching project on Monday mornings when I stitch and chat with you. And the inspiration for it is from this that I found on Pinterest. So last time I was with you, I did the outline of the hand, and I don't know if I did any of that green stitching on there or not, can't remember, but I try not to do very much stitching in between on it so I can save my time on stitching on this project with all of you on Monday mornings. So, Saturday, yes, okay. Well, thank you. I'm glad that I could help by being there with you and chatting with you on your first YouTube video, Danielle. And you did a great tutorial, I have to say. Really could see what you were doing very well. Right now, I came across, I set it over here. You know that the colors in my cottage are turquoise, pink, and yellow. And so I just couldn't resist. I don't know if those colors are going to show up, but this is a variegated pink, turquoise, and yellow pearl cotton that I have in mine. So because this is going to be a little colorful, I just couldn't resist using that in this project. And so I am outlining right now the smaller heart within the heart on that. With that, good morning, Stare. Great to see you. Oh, I wish I could see all your faces, but I am glad that you are happy to see my smiling face. If I happen to say ouch or oh, it is because it's the left side that I broke the rib or ribs on, so it is sore, but sitting in this chair is comfortable and does help. But so I am doing, as I said, right now I am doing an outline stitch of this smaller heart within the heart on the hand. And what I'm going to do after that, need to make sure I got my needle threader on top there so I don't have to search for it later. But what I'm going to do after that, I'm not exactly sure because, as you know, this slow stitching, mindless stitching is just that. There is no pattern. You just decide what you are doing as you go along. And yes, that is a crochet afghan behind me on the back of my chair. That is actually the afghan, sampler afghan that I did in my crochet, not my crochet group, my Facebook group at the time. It was our crochet stitch of the week. And so mine is complete. So it's now on the back of my chair to use when it is chilly in here. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is done out of a bulky weight yarn, a number 5, for those of you that are familiar with how yarns are labeled. And Polly says that she understands and feel your pain. You broke yours reaching in the washer a couple years ago. Yeah, not fun. No, not fun at all. And the sound of that crunch, it was like, I said to myself, oh no, this is not going to be good. Oh, but at least I can laugh now. Um, the first couple days, yeah, laughing was not a good thing to do at all. And I joke because they say laughter is the best medicine. Well, not in all cases. Sarah says that her sewing machine broke down last week, and after many attempts, we were unable to fix it. It was a sad day, as that's the machine that you learned to sew on. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. Maybe you can still at least keep it, even though it's not working, and just display it. And Polly says, hate it when you hear the crunch of a bone. Yes, yes. And my rheumatologist did warn me and stress that I could break a bone anytime without doing anything with the severity of my osteoporosis right now. And I didn't think much of it at the time, but now she has made a believer in me to that. So yes, and Danielle says that she's sorry also. She said that her Juki has a boo-boo too and not sure what's going on. Yeah, no, I wouldn't toss it, especially if if it's the one that you learned to sew on. Yeah, I would keep it, and I would find a place to display it in your sewing room. On the brighter side, I have a new machine on the way. And I bet it's a Juki, Sarah. I hope it doesn't take long for you to receive it, because you wouldn't want to be. Oops, got a little knot there. You wouldn't want to be without a sewing machine. Good morning, Deb. It's great to see you. But I like how this has a short repeat for the variegation on this thread. So it is showing changing colors soon enough so that you get to see the different colors in it, because it's already gone, and you probably can't see, but it's already gone from a blue to a little bit of green to yellow on there. Okay. Oh, good morning, Carol. Almost missed you. Good morning. Great to see you too. Sarah says, yes, you ordered the Juki that you wanted. Got lucky too, and it was on sale. Saved over $300. Well, that's awesome. Good timing, I guess. If there can ever be good timing on, a sewing machine breaking down to where it can't be fixed and we have to get a new one. But I know in your case you've been wanting that Juki, so I'm happy for you, Sarah. And Sarah says she's really hating her machine auto thread cutter. I can't take a sip of coffee and blow my nose before it's done cutting. Oh, that's funny. And hard laughter does still hurt, but that's okay. I'll take a good laugh. Yeah, I understand that too, Sarah. I'm glad that your husband saw how upset you were, though, and said that you'd make it work. Yep. Okay, I have to remember what I'm doing here as I just turned the point and on the heart. But I love mindless stitching. And this type that I'm working on right now is easy to be able to work on and glance up at the same time to try and make sure that I keep up with those of you in chat. Of course, it's not moving too, as you know, in embroidery, with thread tangles, because of the way that, you stitch going over and over with your needle, it twists your thread. And so from time to time, you need to let that hang down and untwist, or you're going to end up with little knots very easily in your thread. And we don't want that because sometimes they're hard to get out. Sometimes they come out very easy, sometimes not so easy. And we really don't want to have to cut our thread. And of course, since I just said that, we get a little tangle in there. Not a little one. That was a rather big one, but it was easy to get out, thank goodness. Which Danielle found out on her live. How, you can be stitching just fine when you're on your own, but the minute you hit that live button to do a live video, yep, that's when you're going to start having problems and start getting tangles and knots on your thread that normally don't happen. I've been looking at the Jukis again, but I keep talking myself out of it. I really do not need another sewing machine. It's just a want. And as I get older, I realize some of those wants do not have to be purchased. Doesn't mean we can't look and still dream, though. But I have a couple, more than a couple, I guess, other machines. So I do have a spare if something happens to my Janome, which is my main sewing machine that I use. So what are all of you working on this morning? Other than maybe a second or third cup of coffee. Oh, okay. I'm glad that you have one that you can borrow until you get yours. Yeah, I know how those wants do sometimes turn into a need. So I better knock on wood since I said that. And Stara says that she wants to replace your travel class and retreat machine. Still dreaming. Okay. When I used to go to, well, it wasn't classes, but used to go to a couple other people's homes um, that some of us met to quilt at. And I have a featherweight that I would bring along for that a lot of times. And I also have a small but little workhorse brother sewing machine that I take along. I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't been in any place quilting. So, untangling a yarn nest, says Polly. I'm the guilty one that made it. Okay. And Jean says that she loves her Juki, but I look and dream of a long arm all the time. Yes, that was a dream come true of mine. I know when I happened to be at the one quilt shop the one time, and they had the one I had been looking at and considering. So I called my husband and I asked if it was okay to order it and get it. And he said, if that is what you want, go ahead. So I did. But good morning, Patty Jean. Patty G. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And Danielle says that currently working on my job, thankfully from home, so I can still listen. After work, I will be finishing up the order of 200 wristband keychains. Wow. And then doing a hem on a pair of pants for my son. 200 wristband keychains? Wow, Danielle. That's pretty awesome. And good morning, my other Jean. Welcome, welcome. She's trying so hard to make a project dress-a girl, and it keeps coming out looking like Project Dress-a Gorilla. Oh, Jean. No, 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 no. It can't be that bad. Oh, mercy. Lori says she washed her homemade drapes yesterday and now she's hanging them. Be careful. Be very, very careful, Lori. Just saying. Okay. And I had the outlining on the. I have that all outlined. So I think I am going to continue. Where did I just have to see where I just came and finished here? But I think what I'm going to do is do more of that inside the heart with the same stitch to make it fill as in Fill a little more densely. So I'm just going to follow right inside there and do that. And Stara says that she's working on the applique for the October calendar quilt that Teresa Louise got you hooked on. You know, I purchased that pattern, but I've never gotten a chance to start on that yet. And Danielle says that a friend of her mom's has an arcade business that he uses your keychains as prizes you get from the tickets by playing the games. Oh, well, that's awesome, Danielle. That's a great, can't think of the word, it just left my mind. But that's great to be able to have them as an ongoing order for your business. Good morning, Kathy. Great to see you. And Jean says that she should be working on her. There's 3 Jeans here today. And I'm not talking about me, myself, and I, but Jean says she should be working on her Halloween quilt, but still haven't done a thing with the cat panel yet. Oh no, Jean. You didn't change your mind on how you were going to do that, did you? Because I know you had come up with a plan on it, and so places the order twice a year. Okay. That's a lot of wrist. Yeah, not wristbands. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to find your other one. But that thought just went right out of my mind. But that is a lot of them to make. I know I'm looking forward to receiving mine. And Carol says that she's cross-stitching a pumpkin. Okay, and Jean says no, she didn't change her mind. So good. I like the plan that you came up with. What are you working on, Kathy? I think you should count your yo-yos, Kathy. I bet you have quite a few made by now. I haven't been working on mine lately, and I'm going to have to start working on some others because that is what I'm going to use on my layered hearts quilt. I'm going to use them as a trim along the outside of the border on that quilt, and I'm also going to do them on cornerstones for sashing in between the heart blocks. It's in your mailbox as we speak, waiting for the postal worker to grab it. Oh, well, thank you, Danielle. That wasn't necessary at all, but I'll be excited to see what they are. You finally finished your birthday friendship quilt yesterday. Wow, I probably should count. Glad to hear that you finished that, Kathy. Yeah, count your yo-yos. You have a lot of them. Yeah, but you'd be surprised how many it will take to actually do anything. It seems like, oh, that's a lot until you start putting them together and find out just how many you need. Yeah. It'll be great to see that quilt, Kathy. You fooled me there again, Kathy. I was looking to see if I missed a lorry. Oh, hadn't seen any other one pop on, but I don't know if you heard or watched my weekend review, Kathy, or those of you that may have popped on and didn't hear that I broke a couple ribs on Friday morning. Not a fun thing to do at all. Which this chair and recliner isn't bad because, you know, it's an older one, so it still has the handle for putting the footrest part up and down. Well, the one I have inside does not have that, and you have to use, the force of your legs. And I don't have the strength in my legs to do it, and have to use my hands also. And I tell you, that is very, very, very painful trying to get that down. And so I avoid putting it up unless I have to. I asked my husband to help put it down for me, and he about fell over doing it. So it's like, I really don't want him falling and getting hurt either. Thank you, Sarah. I do too, but it really it scares me because now I understand what my rheumatologist was warning me about. So now I'm always going to be afraid that I may easily break another bone someplace else or something. So good morning, Christine, and good morning, June. Glad to see both of you here. What are the two of you working on this morning? I am working on the small inner heart. I was going to say it my over the river and through the woods. That's not what I'm working on. I'm working on the traced hand of my mindless stitching. And I will hold it up in just a minute again here. I just have to turn and bring my needle up on the front side here because I just got down to the point of that heart again. Well, I was looking for the get my needle in here so I can hold it up and show those of you that were late in getting on. I'm working with this really colorful. Try and get it in the light there, but I am working on that colorful thread because it has all my colors of the cottage in it. So I thought that would be nice to use in the middle of the little heart. And now I'm lost. Okay, get over on that side. Is that the same hand from the other day? Yes, it is, Christine. It's the one that I will be working on Monday mornings when I do the live morning stitch. I'm trying hard to keep myself from working on it at other times so that I save it to always do. So those of you that want to trace your hand and do something similar can work along on Monday mornings, or that you can at least see the progress and what I am doing as I do this morning stitch on Mondays live with you all. I had forgotten that I was going to work on the ring on my finger so that it was out of the way so that I could do the I am going to do like a sunburst going from it through the other to the into some of the other fingers. Yes, Christine, you are limited with what you can do with vision issues at the moment. I tend to focus on what I can't do instead of what I can do. Yes, Christine had oh, she had a blood vessel, I think it is, break loose in her eye. So that's going to take a while to heal or detach from the retina. Something to that effect. Good morning, Mona. Thank you for popping on. Good to see you again. Yeah. So I'm sorry, Christine, that you are also having issues right now with an injury. This is going to be quite pretty, I think. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the outline stitch as a fill in this part way, and then my plan is for the very center. Oops, can't park that over there. For the very center of the little heart, I am going to use, ouch, it's up here, and it doesn't want to open for me. I'm going to use the pink, which this is a variegated. It's just a slight variegation, but I'm going to use the pink variegated on the very center. And then I'm going to use red on the larger outlining on that. Good morning, So Terry. Well, do I have to answer that question? She's asking me how I'm feeling today. I'm feeling rough, but we don't want to say that too loud. The dog might think I'm barking, huh? But I am pretty sore. But sitting in this chair seems to be the most comfortable spot for me. So that is where I've been spending a lot of time. It's just reaching for things that really hurts. Thank you, June. Oh, I must have missed it. I'm sorry, Terry. Yes, I am taking it as easy as I can. I still have to do everything. There's nobody else to do it, so I don't have the option not to do what needs to be done, but what doesn't need to be done can wait. That's for sure. You're trying to get your housework done before Kathy goes live. Okay, it's a bit of a marathon. Yes. Just when we get done, we need to start all over, don't we, Terry? Thank you, June. Just do it gently. Yes. Uh, there doesn't seem to be a gentle way to reach for things. So I'm trying to figure out ways to have them in a situated to where it's an easier reach to get at them. But for where I need to put my coffee, there doesn't seem to be an easy spot. And Terry says, yes, and I want to sit and sew a little bit today. My pooch has been the focus of my attention all weekend. Okay. So I take it your poor little pooch was having a little bit of a problem, Terry? I may have missed that. And Sarah says, I'm choosing to ignore my housework today and sew instead. I need to finish my nephew's quilt. It was supposed to be a coming home gift, but he got home last week. Well, it's awesome that he got home last week. I just had a thing pop up in the front of my chat. Need to get that out of the way. Great to hear that. Yeah, we hope that Sebastian is doing better. Yes, I do have one of those, and I've been using it for when I drop things on the floor, June. It has come in great for that. Yeah, I like Sarah's idea too. Leave the housework and sew. He had surgery on his mouth on Friday. Okay, unexpectedly. Plus, he has a knee issue. I'm sorry to hear that, Terry. Yeah, poor baby. Yes, those little reacher grabbers, whatever we call them, do come in handy. And I have two of them. So I have one in the house and I have one out here. Oh, I'm going to make this reach. It's like I have 2 stitches and I'm at the end of this, but I think I will still be able to get a knot. Okay. It's almost, I know you can't see, there's no way to do the close up on this, but it has come out looking almost like it is braided around the inside of the heart. And Danielle says, I'm still waiting on the house cleaning gnomes to come clean my house so I can just sew all the time. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Thank you. That was one that I actually designed myself. It's Friendship Star. It was also one that was done as a block of the month. No, it wasn't done as a block of the month. It was just done as a quilt along that I did in my group, which no longer exists, by the way, for those of you that aren't aware of that. I think most of you are. But Terry says that I am sorry to hear that. Sounds like someone has been watching them. Yes. Oh, okay. And Mona says, we sorted clothes today. Carload ready for animal welfare. Okay. Love that everybody in here and that's a little high up. Um, does so many things for charity. I love to see that. And Terry says she was leaving the housework because of the allergies, but I will wear a mask and finish up. Never thought of that. Does that actually help, Terry? Your brother-in-law's trailer was stolen. Cops found it and the thief. Okay, well, thank goodness they found the thief also, and he was arrested but released shortly after. Oh no, and then all his tools for his company got stolen. That is not good at all. Do they suspect it could have been the same person? Sounds a little fishy to me. Okay, what do I want to do? I tried to get a bunch of my needles threaded beforehand so that I wouldn't have to do that while I was live. I'm looking to see what I have threaded, and I think I'm going to go ahead and finish up. I was working on the little green, I don't know if you can see the one right in here, the little green squigglies. So I have a couple more of those in a couple places. So I think I am going to go ahead and work on those next. Which, let me see it. Done it as a curlicue so I can see twirling this around a little bit as I do that. They let the criminal free because they have rights. Yep. Don't want to get started on that. No, we don't. And Sarah says that her husband and his brothers think they know who did it and are debating taking care of it themselves, as our justice system is set up to help the criminals. Yes, sad but true. Good morning, Nancy. Great to see you. Thank you for popping on this morning and watching also. I have to keep my finger by where I am or I'm going to forget what I am doing. And so now I'm going to go back to doing a back stitch, running stitch, not a back stitch. Just looked at that, and this is actually a running stitch, not a back stitch that I was doing on that. Nope, this part is a back stitch. I thought it was. Going in a circle is going to be a little fun. I have a couple needles in here that I need to get out of my way. They were just catching on the edge of my sleeve. Danielle says her husband is going to help her set up a camera view for your tabletop so you can switch between views. Great. Wish I had someone who knew that what they were doing to help me with that. I'm just can't quite figure out how to do that. That's when I wish my son lived closer because I know that he could come over and have that done for me in no time and would also be able to explain and show me how to use it. But he lives in Wyoming, so that's not going to happen. But that is going to be a great, great help, Danielle. I bet you are excited. Good morning, Donna. I'm happy to see you. What are you working on, Donna? Lighting isn't the greatest for seeing my very, very lightly traced lines that I made for doing I'm calling it a curlicue because that's about how circular this is that I'm working on right now. You would definitely have a problem seeing this, Christine. Pencil on a light blue background does not show up well. That is for sure. September is almost over. And don't anybody tell me how many days until Christmas. Not that it really makes a difference in our household, but that's the next thing we'll be seeing is everybody will already have their countdown to Christmas. I have stacked pumpkins, I think that I showed you that I would like to work on and have done to display this fall. I'll have to look at it again. I don't think it's Halloween looking. I don't remember. I don't recall, but hopefully I can use it all fall and not just Halloween. I do have a couple really small quilts I came across when I was looking for some other things in my to be quilted stack. So I did pull one of those out to try and get machine quilted real quick to use this year. Yeah, Danielle says, LOL, right? On the countdown to Christmas. I don't want to stress over what I need to get done before then for gifts. And Sarah says that her mom is completely done with all her Christmas shopping already. Wow, that's pretty awesome. That's staying ahead of the game. I can't tell where I continued this next from. Okay, I see. So we're gonna jog over here. And this is almost all that I'm using on here are variegated threads. And June says to Sarah that I know what my one granddaughter wants. Haven't heard from the other three yet. And Lori says, I'm almost done a 30-year-old plastic canvas tissue holder. Assembly time. Oh, I think I have some projects that are that old also, Lori. And then Sarah says, yes, she was very pushy with getting everything done. She's never done that before. I'm starting to wonder if she wanted it done in case. Oh, no. Yeah, that's not a good thought, Sarah. Not a good thought. Don't like to think of those kind of things because I wonder that a lot about my husband. Yeah, hugs and prayers that is not the case. No. Holidays are not a good time for family members to pass away. Yes. I'm sorry, Sarah. And from experiences, I'm sure a lot of us in here know it is very, very hard to lose a mother. We ended up with more brown than green in this section because of the way the irrigation turned out, but that's all right. At least I am making progress while I am sitting here doing my mindless stitching and chatting with you all this morning. Checking the time. Hugs and prayers. Sarah says, my mom has 28 grandkids to buy for, plus her 11 kids and 9 son and daughter-in-laws. Wow. I must have missed what Polly said. Everybody is telling her that's a great idea. I guess I must have missed it. It's too far up there and up on the part where I can't see it anymore. Danielle says, I've thankfully had to experience that yet. However, I have experienced losing my dad to suicide. I'm so sorry, Danielle. Lori says that to Sarah that the family will appreciate the gifts no matter what happens time-wise. She will be content. That's what matters. Yes, very much so. Christine says that she's sorry. She's lost two moms, and my mother-in-law is battling cancer. Yes. So sorry, Christine. And Mona says that her mom doesn't buy grandkids at Christmas. There's just too many of them. Yes, it does get to that point. Yeah, I'm sure that she wanted to be able to give gifts. Sarah, that's very understandable. Big Christmas ornaments as Christmas gifts. Okay, Polly, thank you for repeating that. Make, not big. Okay, make. Make Christmas ornaments. Yeah. But then I always feel like I need to send them early so that they can use them that year. But I have done that. Yeah. I don't like that's a trigger subject for me, so I'm not going to talk about that issue right now. Your grandmother on your mother's side had 164 grandkids, and she used to make them all gifts using seashells she gathered herself. Wow, that is awesome, Sarah. And Christine says that everyone has reminded her to make a list of small projects to make for her family. Well, good. I'm sure they were all glad to be of help, Christine. Yeah, 164 grandkids. Woo! That's grandkids, not kids there, Mona. that would be I think that would be a little hard to do. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of grandbabies. Whew, she must have had a lot of kids though too to have that many grandbabies. let's let's say. Oh, oh, that's all right. That was funny, Mona. So now I'm ready to switch to another spot on here again. At least I'm making progress on each Monday, so I don't feel so bad about not getting to work on it later. Not that I don't have plenty of other projects to work on, that's for sure, right? Wow. Can I say that was one fertile family, Sarah? Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I just can't imagine, whoa, where you would get together for family gatherings with that big a family. But so I just stitched the little curly part right there on the thumb. Yes, what a fun Christmas though. What fun. I mean, All holidays had to be great getting together with a family like that. Awesome. And just think, none of the kids ever had to worry about finding another kid to play with. Yep. Sure, Anastasia is ready to start her studies this morning, right? Let's let's hope she is. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I have on my schedule. Oh, I'm going to be working on my granny pop cardigan, crocheted cardigan today. Tomorrow I get injections in both sides of my spine. So I'm sure that will be exciting for the rest of the day after that. The only thing I'm not looking forward to that is I have to lay on my stomach for that, and I think that is going to be rather painful with the broken ribs. And it's a hard table. So the only thing good about that is it doesn't usually take them too long to do that procedure. So hopefully I won't have to lay there too long. Thank you, June. Yeah, it's been I think just a little over a month ago that I had the other injection in the back, which did no good. So we are trying from a different perspective and different location this time to see if it will give any relief at all. My hopes are not high. Let's just say that. But I will give it a try. Ouchie, that doesn't sound fun. Nope. It's done by interventional radiology. It is computer guided. So off to eat lunch. Okay, Mona. It is that time of day, isn't it? You take care. Thank you. Shall see you later somewhere, I am sure. And it has been an hour. I think I will just finish this area that I am stitching. And then I will probably be ready to get off of here and try and stretch a bit before I get too stiff. Good morning, Gisela. Thank you for joining us. How have you been doing? And what might you be working on this morning? One little part left. See, this is coming along nicely, very nicely. Timing's going to be right too because I hear Katie Sue at the door wanting out. And Gisela says that she has been on the phone for an hour and 40 minutes with the bank. Ooh, well, that doesn't sound good. As Christine just says the same thing. And I don't know if you saw it, Kathy, but Christine is asking you what time your live starts. She's been out of the loop for a bit. Okay, I'm trying to remember if you're an hour different. No, you're the same as me. It starts 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock your time, Christine. Very bad service. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. You are welcome, Christine. There, knotted. Can cut that off. Stick the needle back over there so I know where it's at. And there's what we have so far on the hand. So it will remain, I think, pretty much there until when we meet again next week, same time, same station. Thank you, June. Thank you, Gisela. And I'm glad that I was able to be on this morning and stitch and chat with all of you. And I appreciate all of you coming on and chatting with me and keeping me company for some stitching time this morning. It's always good to have others to stitch with. So thank you. And yes, we'll be wrapping it up. And I had to look and see what that is that you put on there, Christine. But thank you, everyone. And I hope that you have a great day and a great week. I won't be on again, as far as I know, until Friday. So hope to see a bunch of you then again. Have a wonderful day. And she's live on Saturdays at noon Eastern time, Danielle is. Yes. And we will catch and be sure and drop your link on Friday, hopefully, Danielle. Thank you. Everyone is saying to have a good day. You all have a great day. Rest up. Thank you. I will. Well, I won't, but I'll say I will, Polly. I don't sleep, so you are welcome, Danielle. Thanks, everybody. Great to see you. Have a great day, great week. And remember, in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye, everyone.